It's a lovely morning in Denver, Colorado. Just lovely. I'm outside of my underwear, don't tell anyone. Hey, so I was doing my workout and I got a migraine. So I have one of my pills, rizatriptan benzoate, dissolving underneath my tongue right now. I literally can't only see like half the screen I'm looking at right now. Like I said, I lose my vision. So we'll see if I'm actually able to do anything today. I may have to take the entire day off and just go rest. Should still get this video out, hopefully. Hopefully I'll be able to edit it and don't end up with a raging headache in a second. So hopefully do that. I'm not sure why I got one. Maybe the stress of like doing these daily videos was just like too much. Maybe I need to find a better way to cope with it. I don't know, but until further notice, I'm going to be down and out for a little bit. So check in later. It is now much later in the day than it was before. I took one of my pills, which I think I said, and then I took another one, and then I took another one. Apparently, you're only supposed to take one of those. It's what one of the doctors told me, but fuck it. I was in a lot of pain. I think they go for liability issues. They underestimate what you can take. So anyway, getting this migraine, I haven't had one in a long time, and I've been pretty good at modulating it before. The thing that changed now is making these videos. They put me under a lot more stress because I've been making a video every day. It's hard to shoot, edit, produce, and publish a video every single day. It's why it's a challenge. But there's a couple things I'm realizing right now. For starters, doing this, making these videos, and when I achieve what I'm going to achieve, this is going to be a really interesting log of everything I've done leading up to this record-breaking thing that I'm trying to do, of trying to be the first person to break the speed of sound in a manned personal flight suit. It's crazy. I'm trying to be like a superhero, and this will be a log the entire way through. The other thing I'm realizing is that to do this, I'm going to have to moderate myself. I'm gonna have to maximize what it is that I am. One thing about me is I'm not made of steel, even though I'm trying to cover myself in steel. The Iron Man, I'm not made of steel. I look at some people out there that can do crazy things where they can sleep 6 hours a night, and I hear there's genes associated with sleeping lower amounts, but a lot of people that achieve a lot, they don't sleep a lot. Like Elon Musk, he doesn't do that. I can't do that. I literally, I can't. My body breaks down when I do that. I just don't have the ability to do that. I know that about myself. And it's not me being weak or being lazy. It's just that I literally can't do it. I need a certain amount of sleep. I need 8 to 9 hours of sleep each night. And if I sleep less than that, it's not that I'm trying to be comfortable. It's that I literally can't do it. My body breaks down. I struggled to come into this world. I was delivered by C-section. My umbilical cord was wrapped around my neck twice, and when my mom went into labor, my heart rate dropped to, I think, 5 beats a minute or something like that, and they had to perform an emergency C-section on it. So if we lived at any other time in human history, we both would have died. I also had pneumonia, I think, hospitalized for pneumonia 3 or 4 times as a child. I've always had to, I guess, fight a little bit to be a little tougher than I think I should have been when I came in. I worked out a lot in college, like a lot, and I built my body up and I got a lot stronger, even though college was not necessarily a good time and I was running myself to the ground and hurting my body a lot. So I built myself up and I had to work really hard at it. And the more I'm realizing now, the more I'm trying to achieve, the more I'm realizing I have to be on the ball in order to do these things, because I don't have that raw ability. I wasn't born with that raw ability to do these things. I've had to struggle for the things I've achieved in my life. I didn't learn how to read until I was in 5th grade. I had to struggle to learn how to read. Part of it, I just didn't like reading in front of adults. I think I probably knew how to read a little bit earlier than I did, and part of it is just I didn't like to read out loud. That was part of it. Part of it was I was just also not very good at it either. So I had to work harder then. And what I'm realizing now from this is that even though I love making these videos and they've been super motivating for me, I have to discipline myself. I have to know my limits and work with them. One thing, making these videos has been stressful for me. I mean, I've like been going, which I like. I like going. But by waking up, and I've been waking up, been getting right out of bed to make these videos. I've been doing this, and it's been great. But I also realize I have to prioritize certain things in order to not go too hard. One of them is sleep. I have to prioritize sleep. The other thing is because it's been stressful, I've been drinking a little bit more at night to try to just almost relax, essentially, which is not a good way to do it. Trying to drink alcohol in order to relax is not a good way to do it. So the other thing, sleep. The other thing I think I need to work on more is more meditation and more using my mind to still my mind instead of using substance to still my mind, because I usually try, if I do drink, I drink at night when I'm trying to relax, and then that also, drinking reduces REM sleep and you don't dream, and a lot of that stuff, they don't really know why this stuff is important for you, but they know it's important for you to have a functional mind. So I can't do that. I can't drink to relax at night. Marijuana, I can overdo. Marijuana is interesting to me because it acts as a stimulant to me. I'm one of the few people I've met a couple people who said that, but most people I know, people get stoned and they fall asleep. Maybe the only person who, I don't think Joe Rogan does that. I feel like he is fairly active when he smokes. But smoking to me, like I can't fall asleep. I run at a fairly high tick anyway. I guess a lot of people almost would classify it as anxious. It doesn't feel anxious to me. It feels driven. I have this thing when I left school that like broke or changed inside of me, and it just opened this floodgate of thing that I'm trying to do, which manifested into this Iron Man, this will to be Iron Man. This is the manifestation it came out of, but this thing changed inside me. It's like in college when I smoked, I got really tired and I passed out. Now if I smoke, I can't fall asleep. If I smoke before bed, I can't fall asleep. So, if you're listening to this in a part of the world or state or something, you think, smoking makes you lazy. It's not that smoking weed makes me lazy. It makes me so intently focused that it can almost drive me too hard and I burn myself out. And I'm not sure that's what happened this time. I don't necessarily feel like it was the weed that was making me do this, but I think it was just the go of making these videos and stuff. So in order to keep doing this, I need to focus on what's important. I really definitely want to keep making these videos. I really like making a video a day. It's very motivating for me. I'm even considering doing it after this competition with Knicks ends. But if I'm gonna do it, I have to do it in a healthy way. I have to do it in a way where I can make the video and still work on what I'm doing. And I feel like I've been doing those two things pretty well. It's also doing it sustainably. I have to be able to do this in a sustainable way that I can keep going. I want to be able to push myself as hard as I can without pushing myself too hard. Like I said, I wish I was this iron human that could just do whatever he wanted, but I'm not. Maybe there are people out there that can, but I'm not one of them. I can't just go to an extreme level and trying to be imbibing and doing those things too. I have to find a way to modulate what I'm doing in such a way that I'm able to push myself right to the limit without pushing myself over. And part of that, I think that's going to come from within. I don't think it's like some hard and fast rule that I need to do X, Y, and Z in order to change things. I think meditating is going to help. So I think I might start doing that in the mornings or the evenings or both. And then the other part of that is I think I just need to still my mind when I'm feeling this overwhelming pressure. Sometimes that pressure, that really high intensity can be good for short stints, but when that I'm not afraid of stress, but stress for extended periods of time is which essentially just reboots my head. Like, so today when I got my headache, they call it an aura in the medical community, but I had this. Usually I get it over here. I get the little hole right here, and it's literally, I think so what happens when you get a migraine is you have all these stress hormones in your body. You have all these inflammatory compounds in your body from stress, I think, is what causes it. And they're there, and then what happens is, for whatever reason, they get like a bunch of them get released at once, and they flood into your brain, and they cause these inflammatory compounds cause swelling, I think, and then the pain you feel is in the tissue that surrounds your brain. There's no nerve endings in your brain. Your brain can't feel things, so if you poked a hole in your brain, you wouldn't feel it. You just start messing with the wiring. But the fascia that surrounds your brain, and then especially behind my eyes, so I get a lot of pain in my eyes when I'm coming up on a migraine, and then I lose vision. And so I think that flooding of compounds comes into my vision. In this case, it poked a hole right here, and then just started spreading out, and I get all this crazy colorization. It's like very, very trippy looking around the aura, and then in the middle of it, I can't see anything. And my vision got really bad today. I had to take, and then so the compound I take is, I thought it was a vasodilator, because I thought, more blood flow is what you needed. I thought there was some kind of lack of oxygen that was causing these things, but what it is those inflammatory compounds come in. So the drug I take is called rizatriptan benzenate. It's also called Maxalt. That's like its name, but its chemical name is rizatriptan benzenate. Anyway, it's orally disintegrating, so it gets pushed into the bloodstream very quickly, and then it causes it's a vasoconstrictor, and so it constricts the blood flow to your brain, and then those inflammatory compounds don't enter your brain. It's not that stress is bad, it's that continuous high level stress without, it's like a certain level. It's like I can take stress continuous up to here for a while. It's when I can bump up above that stress for a little bit in periods of high output. But if I bump up here and I stay up here like I've been for the last 5 days, my body is just like, it can't do it anymore. Boom, and it just comes down. I think some people can do it. I think some people can just operate up there. That, or they're learning they've learned and mastered what I'm trying to master now. So like Elon Musk, right? That guy is crazy. I don't know how he handles his stress, but it could either be that he is just biologically driven, or it has the biological genetic makeup to where he can just operate at this high level and it doesn't hurt him. It just doesn't. I mean, it hurts him, obviously. If you saw him after the Model 3 issues he was having, I mean, he was having a lot of issues. But so it could be that he's got just the biological makeup to operate at this high level, or he's learned and mastered what I'm trying to master now, which is the ability to, no matter what external stimulus, you never get above this level. Maybe you got to bump up there a little bit, but you generally stay here. You essentially know, I'm sure it comes through experience, but you know how to maintain that level. So maybe he figured it out. Maybe I'm just learning. I mean, I am young, so that it could be that too. I have to be more cautious in order to do this, because I want to be able to, my goal, like I've said before, is to master this. I want control over it. I don't want it to have control over me. My mother has scar tissue in her brain from her migraines, and I don't want that to be me when I get an MRI. I want to be in control of this. So I have to learn to deal with it. I think I have to keep objectivity. I think that's important too. I think the ability to understand that even though I'm operating this level, it's not all-consuming. I think this is an important thing. I think, okay, I got to get this video out, and I'm working on this thing, 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 and I got to get a job because my parents can't support me anymore, and this is all very stressful, but I think I have to keep objectivity. I think keeping objectivity will help me navigate the stressful things, and some amount of optimism and objectivity, I think, is what I need. One other thing I wanted to say is, I have 9 subscribers now, and it's not a lot, but it really means something to me. Having people watch what I'm doing and interested in what I'm doing is very important, especially here at the beginning. I mean, you guys are the people that are going to help me get this thing off the ground and build the audience that I want to build. But it starts with you guys. It starts with the people here. So hopefully soon we'll be at the double digits. But I really appreciate it, and I appreciate the support. And if you comment on my videos, right now, I mean, I don't have that many people commenting, and I like commenting it, and so I will respond to. I mean, if I get to 1 million subscribers or something like that down the road, maybe I won't be able to respond to all of them. But right now, if you want to say something, comment down below, and I'll talk to you. Ask me a question, I'll try to answer it. So thanks for watching, guys. Alan's coming by tomorrow, so another guest appearance for a little bit, and then yeah, we got an Iron Man suit to build, so we're gonna get working on that. Y'all have a good one. Bye.